Welcome Crypto Nation to Bite Size Bitcoin and B90X Day 19. Today we're going to be talking about spinning tops and dojis. So over the last couple days we've covered candlesticks and the basics of candlesticks as well as candlestick shadows. So if you haven't watched those just yet, you want to watch those so that you have more context about what we're talking today. So today in Bitcoin 90-day challenge, we're going to be talking about spinning tops and dojis and what they mean. Here we go.
B90X. Bring it. Bring it. Oh. This is the act.
Okay, so if you've watched the last two videos, the basics of candlesticks and the basics of candlestick shadows, you should have a pretty good concept as to what a spinning top is and what a doji is. So let's take a look at those right now. These right here, where the red arrows are and the green arrows are, these are spinning tops. Spinning tops. If you take a look at them, let's just take a look at this one right here. If we just take a look at this one right here, you can kind of see why it's called a spinning top. Putting everything together of the last couple days that we've learned around candlesticks and candlestick basics, you should have a pretty good idea as to why this is called a spinning top. We have lots of oscillation of price action, and the close is very close to where the open was. Okay, and so the close is very close to where the open was. It means that there's indecision in the market. There's indecision from the bears and the bulls. So let's talk about it more technically. Spinning tops are candlesticks with long upper shadows and long lower shadows. They will always have a very small body. And again, this represents indecision. When you have a small body or a small candlestick, it shows that there's little movement from open to close. And the shadows indicate both the bulls and the bears are very active. Even though the session opened and closed with very little change, prices oscillated from high to low. Okay, so that makes complete sense. So we have something called a spinning top, which has a small body, and we have a long shadow and a long shadow on both sides of that small body. Now, what makes a doji different? Not too much in the general sense. A doji is when, over here, a doji is when the open and close are virtually equal. It's basically a neutral pattern. And any bullish or bearish bias is based on preceding price action. So a doji is even thinner than a spinning top. And what this shows is even more indecision, and you really just have to wait until the pattern continues in the way that it's going, whether it's uptrending or whether it's downtrending. Again, a doji, just like a spinning top, shows indecision. After an advance, buying pressure is weakened. Buying pressure is weakened, and after a decline, selling pressure is weakened. What this may signal is that a change in the trend may be very, very close. So, what's the value of a spinning top, and what's the value of a doji? Let's go down here to the tips. The tips say that after a long advance or a long green candlestick, a spinning top or a doji indicates weakness among the bulls and a potential change or interruption in trend. So if we have a major run-up and then we see a doji, we see a major run-up and then we see a doji or a spinning top, this means that there might be an opportunity for the trend to reverse, or we might need to see a couple more sessions to see if it will continue to go up. I put some asterisks right here, and that's the key idea. If you see a spinning top or you see a doji, you might need to watch for a couple sessions. In this example, what we're doing today, we are in the 30-minute session period length. Likewise, on the opposite side, after a long decline or a long red candlestick, a spinning top or a doji indicates weakness among the bears and a potential change in our interruption or trend. So dojis are basically what I consider a breather. Okay, we've had a long run up or we've had a long decline, and a doji represents, okay, let's take a deep breath. Where is the market going to be going next? Are we going to reverse the trend, or are we going to continue the trend? Here's a pro tip from me. Whenever I see a spinning top, whenever I see a doji, I am going to be watching that particular stock price for the next 2 to 3 sessions to see whether the trend is going to continue or whether it's going to reverse. What this helps me understand is whether I should invest if it's going to go back up, or if I should continue to hold if it continues to go back down. Now, as you gain more and more experience in this market, you will see that certain coins have different time periods for spinning tops and different time periods for dojis. Now, what do I mean when I say that? Certain coins move at accelerating speeds faster than other coins. And the more experience you have in the market, you will find that certain coins, the indecision periods are very short. Some coins, like Bitcoin, generally have longer indecision periods. Let me show you a couple examples of that. Okay, so a spinning top, an example is right here. We had a long decline where the open was up here. The open was up here, and the close was down here. Then we ended up with a spinning top here. Now, accordingly, with this spinning top, I know that Bitcoin generally needs a little bit more sessions to really understand where it's going to be going. So you wait the next session, boom, big drop. And what you have is a perfect spinning top again. So people are thinking about it. They're thinking, hey, do I want to sell? Do I want to buy? So we have a lot of indecision here. After this, we count off a couple more and we see that it went up, then it went back down bigly, and then it started coming back up. Okay? And so for me, the indecision of the market puts me on pause, makes me wonder, okay, is this a good entry point? Is this a place where I need to enter and buy more Bitcoin? I like to wait it out just a couple more sessions. Here's another example. We had a big run up with the green bars moving up. We had a retracement in this session right here. And then we had a couple dojis, rather we had a couple spinning tops, meaning again, the market's trying to figure out, do we want to buy? Do we want to sell? And so I would wait it out a little bit longer. I would wait it out a little bit longer to make a decision to enter into the market. Okay. Likewise here. Again, Bitcoin requires a couple of these spinning tops to make a decision as to whether it's going to move up or down. Here's an example of a doji. And here's probably a better example of a doji over here. Again, periods of indecision. As you can see, we have a doji here, kind of a doji slash spinning top here, and it takes a little bit of time for it to go back up. Up here, we have an indecision point, a doji, more like a doji over here, and we count off a couple and see where it's going to go. In today's assignment of B90X Day 19 spinning tops and doji, I want you to go back and use what you've just learned here about spinning tops and dojis. I want you to go back and choose your favorite altcoin and start tracking it. Different coins have different session lengths, and what I mean by that is different coins, sometimes indecision, they blow through indecision very quickly. Some coins, it takes a little bit longer. Today's takeaway is for you to leave a comment below. Give us feedback on one of your favorite altcoins. What generally happens when there's indecision in the market? What happens when you see a spinning top and when you see a doji, and what does that mean? Give us your feedback below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you've liked these videos, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like for us to make more tutorials, walkthroughs, and applications for the Crypto Nation, please consider subscribing to our Patreon account. I appreciate you very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.